Major funding for these programs is made possible by grants from Chase Commercial Term Lending, New York Community Bank, Capital One Bank, Perfect Building Maintenance, M&T Bank, Customers Bank, Genova Burns, Terra CRG, Meridian Capital Group. Additional support is made possible by AKA Hotels Corman Communities, Aerial Property Advisors, AVR Realty Company, Bank of America Merrill Lynch, Bank Leumi USA, Briarwood Organization, CBRE, Citizens Bank, Colliers International NYC, Collins Building Services, CPEX Real Estate Services, Cushman & Wakefield, Dime Savings Bank of Williamsburg, Douglaston Development, Levine Builders, Eastern Union Funding, Fisher Brothers, First Nationwide Title Agency, Flushing Bank, Friedman, Handler Real Estate Organization, HAP Investments, Hersha Hospitality, Hodges Ward Elliott, Inc., Investors Bank, James D. Kuhn Real Estate Center at Syracuse University, Kilroy Architectural Windows, Madison Realty Capital, Matone Group, Mercantile Commerce Bank, New Banks, Newmark Grubb Knight Frank, Optimum Window Manufacturing Corp., People's United Bank, Rosewood Realty Group, SJP Properties, Sterling National Bank, Stonehenge Partners, TD Bank, The Continuum Company, The Moynihan Group, and these friends.
I want to be a dancer. Maybe I'll become a Kansas City cheerleader. You know, I'm going to go to Drake, somewhere in Des Moines, Iowa. Maybe an actress. I'll be an actress. You know, but really I should start as a waitress and a hostess. And after that, you know what? Then maybe I'll get on. But the William Morris Agency? To be represented by the William Morris Agency? I'm going to get on commercials. 1,500 commercials? Okay, voiceover. I'll be a rebel. I'll be in the SAG-AFTRA fight. I'm going to work in Tiffany's. I was always involved with the Jewish community. What am I going to be? Chief Community Liaisons for Plaza Jewish Community Chapel? I'm even going to be more. One day I'm going to be the Chief Administrative Officer. I have Stephanie Garry today. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Happy to be here. That was
good memory. Pretty good memory. Very
I'm
good.
Very impressed. Yeah.
So tell me about your great-grandparents. Tell me about the people and how they arrived in America and then how they ended up in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, well, half of them came from Kansas City.
No, but how they arrived in Kansas City. The Jews weren't born in Kansas City.
Well, actually, in Leavenworth, Kansas, the Jews were born. And truthfully, I think Leavenworth, Kansas was supposed to be the Kansas City, but there wasn't enough commerce there. So my great-grandparents were from Leavenworth, Kansas.
But how they arrive in Leavenworth, Kansas? Which country did they come from?
So originally, my grandfather came from Poland, came through Brooklyn, and his sister, who arrived in the States before him, ended up in Kansas City. And he went to see her, and he met my grandmother, who's from Leavenworth, Kansas. And lo and behold, they...
So that's that side.
That side.
Now let's go to the other side of the family.
The other side. That's the New York connection.
That's the New York.
New York connection. My grandfather came over when he was 6 years old from Germany. Came over with 3 siblings, and his mother died crossing over in childbirth. And he arrived here in New York and was immediately sent to an orphanage. And my grandmother, his future wife, was from Brooklyn. She was born in Brooklyn. Her grandmother was born in Brooklyn, and as well as her mother. And they met through mutual family friends. And my great-grandfather, my grandmother's father, was not terribly interested in having my grandfather court his daughter because my grandmother was a stenographer. She went to business school, and she actually was a stenographer at the building on 23rd Street.
The Flatiron.
The Flatiron building, yeah. And met my grandfather, who was a bon vivant, a charming guy, and they got married.
Was this the peddler?
No, peddler's my father.
Okay. So wait, so they get married.
Yep.
And then what happens?
So he has a glass business.
Ah, Lampert Glass, I remember.
Okay, Irving Lampert Glass and safety glass. He developed all these safety glass materials. And they had 3 children. My mom was the baby girl. She was very happy growing up in Brooklyn, New York, Hinsdale Street.
Hinsdale Street was East New York, they called the neighborhood.
Right.
So she was very happy living in Hinsdale
Very,
Street.
very happy.
Right.
Great. family, lots and lots of family.
Luncheonettes and everything. Fortunate was
everything.
there. Okay, so yes.
And a friend of hers said, I want you to meet a guy. He's here, he's with the Merchant Marines, because my dad, who was one of 2 kids born in Kansas City, wanted to see the world. And so he told his parents, broke his mom's heart, and said, I'm going to see the world, and he enlisted with the Merchant Marines.
Now, you forgot to tell me
What?
that his father was, when he, from Leavenworth, went to Kansas City, and there he went into the button business.
Yes,
Right.
salesman.
He went into the
Went
button
into
business.
the button business and was also, well, my father didn't fall far from the tree, very chatty, salesman-y kind of guy. And he just loved to talk to people. He actually opened in Kansas City the first gambling club called the Standard Club. And so my dad wanted to see the world, and so he's out here, and he meets my mom on a blind date.
Okay, so then your mother, this woman from Brooklyn, is now transported to Kansas City.
Absolutely, when they got married. And she was like,
Now,
what am I doing
What's the
here?"
story about Eddie Jacobson, who everybody talks about, who was basically the contact for Harry Truman,
Yes.
who was responsible for Harry to recognize the State of Israel. Tell me that story about the relatives.
So when my grandparents on my mother's side met my dad, who is this guy from Kansas City, he had 2 great qualities. One was that he could sit down at a piano and play anything by ear. And the other was that his mom, my grandmother, she was first cousins with the Jacobson family. And Eddie Jacobson was part of the family. And when he told my grandfather on my mom's side that he was related to Eddie Jacobson, that sealed the deal. That was good. That was great.
Acceptable.
Totally acceptable.
Even though he was, a foreigner, but it was acceptable.
Totally acceptable.
So then they live in.
They got married at the Waldorf.
They got
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then they moved to
Kansas City.
But
Right.
at least they had the opportunity for their children to come to visit to Bell Harbor, because they then moved from Hinsdale Street
Correct.
to Bell Harbor. You're the youngest of 3, correct?
Correct.
You have
2
2
older
older
brothers, right.
Okay. And then there's this young little lady who was born on Father's Day.
And
Why
he
was he
was.
called a gypsy peddler?
He sold everything. Anything and everything. He was a traveling salesman. Actually, when I was a little girl, and he would send me postcards because he was on the road all the time. And he would sign the postcards Willie Loman. And I thought, who's Willie Loman? Little did I know, right? But you would open up his trunk, and
But now,
there would be...
what about Mom during this period of time? Mom was Mom, who's still alive. We have
Yeah.
a picture of you, Mom, and Art,
Right.
a couple of months ago, celebrating a 90th birthday.
Correct.
What was Mom doing? She was the Jewish housewife in Kansas City.
Jewish housewife in Kansas City on every board, very involved in Jewish life. In Kansas City, one needs to be. to be Jewish.
I mean, look, we have that picture later on of you at the confirmation or the communion, whatever they...
Consecration.
Consecration.
Confirmation's when you're 16.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was really involved, and she was running a house and taking care of 3 kids and a dog.
Yeah, with the gypsy peddler. Okay?
And he was on the road.
Gypsy peddler over there.
Yeah.
He was fun, okay?
There was nobody like him.
So let's talk about 3 years of age, you decide you want to be a ballerina or a dancer?
Dancer.
How'd that happen?
Loved
What do you think, it was chorus line?
Yeah, no, well, I didn't know chorus line at that point. But every Friday night we had Shabbat dinner at Grandma's house. And my grandpa Bert would turn on the music and, I'd dance around. And so I started taking dance classes when I was 3.
You went to public school, but
I
you
did.
went to Hebrew school also because the Jewish community you were very involved, which you got involved later on here. Right. And you went to camp in the Ozarks?
I did. Wakanda.
Okay, the Ozarks.
In the Ozarks.
Interesting place.
A Jewish camp.
Right, but also you had the opportunity to come to Bell Harbor, okay, and probably had the opportunity to see Broadway.
My first Broadway
the smell
show,
was,
yep,
what was
when I was 13 years old. My Aunt June, who was my mom's older sister.
Who we have the picture of,
yes,
Aunt June.
super important.
So what show? What was the first show?
King and I.
Oh,
at Lincoln Center.
You wanted to be a dancer,
and
then what happens? And then you were dancing for the Kansas City Chiefs over there.
Yep.
And then the little foot gets hurt.
Knee.
What happened?
Knee. Dislocated the knee during I was very fortunate. The ABT came to Kansas City, and I was going to be a super with them. And I was rehearsing with them, did a double pirouette and dislocated my knee, cracked the patella, done. Over.
Forget the profession of dancing.
Done, over.
So it's time to be...
Yeah, an actor.
Now it's
Anna.
So you saw Anna, who was King and I. So it's time to be, Anna in the King and I.
That's right.
So then you decide. Now you're in public school.
Right.
Now,
high school.
In high school. Now, where did you graduate? What was the name of the high school?
Center
High school. How many people were in your graduating class? Do you remember?
About 250.
250.
Yep.
And how many members of the Jewish faith? About 10.
I'd say 25.
25, okay.
Yep.
So you could have gone to Kansas City. Kansas would have... How'd you decide on this school called Drake?
Drake in Des Moines, Iowa.
Drake in Des Moines, Iowa.
So Drake has this incredible theater department. They have the opportunity to study at the Eugene O'Neill National Theater Center. And my parents said, okay, if you want to do that, we'll send you there. So it was
also only 3 hours away, so it's okay.
3 hours away. As opposed to going to KU or MU, I went to Drake.
So you go to Drake, and you had a good time at Drake, and then you meet this guy who comes out of the military, and then you finally tell your mother and your dad about this guy by the name of Art, who is going to law school at Drake.
Yep, finishing his law degree
finishing his law degree, who one day tells you, you know what, I'm converting, and he didn't even tell you.
That's correct.
And then you and Art graduate now, but didn't you have a year, some summer away when you were at Drake?
When I graduated from Drake, I went with my dearest friend to Europe for a summer.
Right, because Art said to you...
He said, this is it. This is your only opportunity. Go, and I'll move us to New York.
So you moved to New York. So where'd you move?
We moved to the Village. He actually arrived before me with Mom and Aunt June and went apartment hunting. And he ended up finding an apartment in the Village, and he lived on Jones Street. I then arrived and lived on Christopher Street. I had spent my summers doing summer stock and actually shared a studio apartment with a friend from summer stock.
So you come here and you then get the traditional apprentice job in the acting field called, I'll be a waitress and a hostess. That's correct. So your first hostess job was where?
Cafe Tartufo on 64th and 3rd.
And then from being a hostess...
They promoted me to a waitress. I was like really excited. So, and then I stayed there for a while. Then I went to Manhattan Market on 54th and 2nd. And after 3 years of doing this, we then get married. And Art looks at me and he says, honey, You're either going to make it or you're not. So quit the waiting jobs and started to really, really pound the pavement. Ended up in an off Broadway show, dancing with a gorilla. I popped out of a cake. I know, it's true. And I danced with a gorilla, and an agent was in the audience.
And he
And
felt it.
and she came backstage afterwards.
And what'd she say?
She said, "I want you to come to my office tomorrow. I want to sign you." I know.
It was great. I mean,
What was she thinking? Yeah, it was great.
So this is an agent from the famed William Morris agency,
Right.
finding the kid from Kansas City. Now, what did she
So
want
I'll
to sign
tell
you for?
So she wanted to sign me for commercials, and I said I did not come to New York to do commercials. And by the way, I was told I was much too ethnic to do commercials. You know, it was very white bread and blonde hair, well, like blonde hair. And so it was like, yeah, I was surprised when she offered that to me. So I signed. She said, "Trust me, you're going to have a great career."
So what was your first commercial?
My first commercial was Red Rose Tea. Red Rose Tea ran really well, and boom, boom, boom. Then they just started flying. And you know, this was 1980. 1980, the 80s were just an incredible time for advertising. I would have, on average, probably 10 auditions a day. Who could get to 10 auditions in a day? Plus, if you had a booking, if you were shooting a commercial, it was
But
crazy.
your face was on these commercials.
Yes,
but
it
later,
was.
But later on, wait, you even had that picture of you in the Virginia Slims.
Oh,
of
right.
the older lady in the Virginia Slims, which we have a picture over there.
Right,
So you were
right.
on that, and
Right.
then you were on some Scope commercials.
Scope and Crest. I was always the hero. Can you imagine?
Yes,
I was
okay.
like the good one. Reach toothbrush, White Cloud toilet paper.
But what happens later on? They say,
Yeah, so
we
what
like
happens-
your voice as opposed to your face.
You know what? There's an expression called overexposure. And I was overexposed. I mean, there was a time when I had 25 spots on the air at once, and you just
Oh, God.
couldn't believe
I
it.
saw her last week on Red Rose, and now she's on the toilet paper?
That's right. That's right. You must be kidding. So that's what happens, and they move you over into voiceovers. And I was like in a shock, saying, "What? Okay." But fortunately, it's what really
Now,
saved my career.
Let's understand this, saving your career, but you also had some Broadway,
Off.
off Broadway.
Yep.
And then how did you
So-
become a movie star?
Movie star.
Tell me about the movie. The movie. I mean, only I could find that you were in a movie and an IMDb.
IMBD, right. So they were video game movies, and they...
It was not a movie. It was a video game.
Yeah,
Was it an
sorry.
Atari movie?
Yeah, it wasn't Atari. It was much later, but it was, it was
As a cartoon,
string.
or
it
as
was
a person?
cartoon. It was a cartoon.
Wait a second. Would have been good if you were in The Lion King
Yeah,
or
I know.
something like that.
No kidding.
Okay,
Disney,
some
okay?
voice. Some
Voice, yeah.
I mean,
I
that would have
know.
been the
I did a lot of extra work. I did what's called under 5 work, so 5 lines or less, on a number of soap operas and movies and doing all of
So
that.
Art's here practicing law.
He never practiced
No,
law,
I mean,
but
in business.
Yep,
He's
yep.
a lawyer.
Yep.
And he has his wife over here who's the actress, voiceover.
Right.
Also
right.
heavily getting involved in community. You left the city, you moved up to Chappaqua, you got involved with the synagogues, you got
Yep.
involved with the other charities.
Right,
And then in 2000, since you're a member of SAG-AFTRA and a very quiet, unassuming person, as the New York Times wrote this article about this rebel, okay, what happens in 2000?
Bad strike. We're on
How
strike
come you
for
were on the
6
picket
months.
line?
Well, of course, I was a strike captain.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Of course.
So,
And you know what's interesting? So at that point, our son, Zach, was born
in 1985.
in 85, correct. And we'd always been a 2-income family. And here I am, 6 months on a picket line, then 6 months trying to kind of build up this career.
Right, because what happened at that time is the union
Yeah.
was broken a little bit.
Yeah, a
and it
little
beca-
bit. And I was replaced on everything. So all the residuals were gone, right? So he said to me, "What are you going to do for work?"
So how would you go to Tiffany's? I know some people wanted to. Audrey Hepburn wanted it with breakfast at Tiffany's. How'd you get to Tiffany's?
So I had a friend who was working there, and she said to me, come at least work on the weekends. And I didn't really want to do it, but I thought, how bad can that be?
So what do you do at Tiffany's?
I was selling.
Were you on the first floor?
I was.
You're selling on the first floor, and what happens one day at Tiffany's?
A friend of mine walks in, and she said, Steph, what are you doing here?
I figured she said, can I get a discount?
No. She was in such a shock to see me. And I said, told her the story. And she said, I'm dating this guy by the name of Bob Wolf. And they're now married. And she said, he knows everybody in New York. You have to go talk to him. And I said, you know what? I don't want to work in the Jewish community. I love being Jewish. I don't want to.
Right. I'm involved enough giving money and doing labor.
I don't want it to turn into business. No. And she said, you know what? Just go talk to him. I love to talk to people. So I made an appointment. Before that, I put a resume together. I was qualified to do absolutely nothing but art. Super at this. He said, you're going to look great on paper. Have a resume. And I go see Bob. And he says to me, I don't have anything for you. And I said, okay, no problem, but just, keep me in mind if something comes along. And 2 weeks later, he's walking on Fifth Avenue, and he runs into this guy by the name of Al Engelberg, who is an angel in my life. And he says, Al says to Bob, a year ago, I opened up this chapel on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and I'm looking for somebody to get the word out about it. And
a memorial chapel.
A funeral chapel.
Yes.
A funeral chapel, not for profit, community owned and operated. He said, do you know anybody? And Bob said, well, I just met this person.
Okay, in 2001,
yep,
a community chapel was opened by the Jewish Community Plaza, which was originally Plaza Memorial Chapel.
Correct.
Which was owned by this company called SCI.
Correct.
People said SCI had a monopoly, which they have most around the country, and they had to divest of a funeral, and these business leaders went out, raised the money to buy the chapel.
Right.
And Al is the chairman of the board at this time.
Right.
And Al says, I need a community liaison.
Exactly. He said, I need somebody to connect with the community and get the word out. Really, really, really thoughtful on his part to think about that, because the chapel was staffed with a few funeral directors who were well connected to the community, but he wanted someone to really be the face.
So what did Art say when you went home and said, I have an opportunity, and it's right up my alley. It's dealing with people.
I'll tell you. So Art looked at me and he said, a funeral chapel? Really? And I said, I know. But you know what? I'll give anything a shot once.
So you go to work, okay, and the funeral chapel was headed literally by a world-renowned funeral director, Andy Fear, and his other cohort partner,
Michael McFadden. So the two of them were the initial funeral directors over there. And the chapel was started with seed money from UJ Federation and the Jewish Communal Fund, and then also $1.25 million from a group of philanthropists. Those were 7-year interest-free.
So for the next 12 years, you do what? You knock on doors? Hi, I'm Stephanie from...
It's exactly what I do. Really great. And this was a great lesson that when you're given an opportunity like this, and I'm pretty much a self-starter, and it tapped into things I was good at, I said, how can we connect with the community?
What was the difference? Okay, people say, what is the difference with Plaza versus the 850-pound gorilla Texas company and the other independent funeral?
So we're not profit-driven. We're not driven by what's the bottom line. We're driven about how we can make a difference in somebody's life. It's really, really true. And how do we get that message out? We get that message out by connecting with social workers, clergy, really connecting with people, because that's what it's all about, right? It's not just about walking in our doors.
Right, but there is also a price differential.
Huge price differential.
Okay, because you are not profit, but a profit to pay the overhead, the mortgage. Not that there's no mortgage, you were able to
We paid that off,
Paid
right.
that off, but you know, it's an older building. There's
Got to pay for the
you have
lights.
the lights, and you have to
And
pay
the
for
salaries.
the labor and everything
Absolutely.
else. So what happens in 2014? The director of community relations, what happens? The board.
Yeah, so what happened was within a span of 3 weeks, actually 4 weeks, our executive director and our executive director emeritus died. And they were the two driving forces in terms of leadership, even though I worked hand in hand with both of them. And when they both died, instead of replacing the person at the top with a licensed funeral director, the board came together within 48 hours and said, "You're the perfect person."
So you become the chief administrative
Correct.
officer,
Correct.
which is basically the CEO of the
Correct.
operation.
Right, right.
You know,
and I didn't want to let go of my community relations piece, but we have somebody else on staff now who's doing a bit of that.
but you're still outside.
I
on-
love
on the
it.
community relations.
Yeah, yeah. But I have to now run the place, you know. So.
Right. So you run the place. Fortunately, you have an executive committee about 5 or 6 people.
Yes, we do. We have a board of 38 people made up of clergy, community lay leaders, and executives of social service agencies. And our executive committee really functions, you know, as a really strong committee.
Now you still do a little voiceover
Every now and then.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, what?
My agents will call me
What are
up.
you? The meow cookie?
Yeah,
Meow.
I did a Samsung not too long ago, little something that ran on the web. But
And you also do a little voiceover on Plaza.
for the chapel.
For the
So,
chapel.
you know, one of the things that I said to the powers that be when I first got to Plaza is we really need to have a major radio campaign. It was my background. I believe in it. And so I record, write, and produce everything. We also just produced our first TV spot, which we won a Telly Award for. So look, it's all coming full circle.
So let's talk about you and Art. We alluded that you have a son. Tell me about your son.
The most fabulous guy in the
His
world.
name?
Zachary Tadge.
And Zach is with the Yes Network.
He is with the Yes Network, and he was at ABC News before, and HBO Sports and NBC Sports before, but he went around with me a lot when I was auditioning, so he's very comfortable in a studio setting. So
And so.
he's 30 and semi-eligible.
And the other person who's very important in your life besides Art is Mom.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Mom
She
today.
is something else. She, till the age of 85, was the executive director of the Kansas City Jewish Museum of Contemporary Art, and she still works in the art world. She volunteers there at the Kemper Museum once a week. She and my dad both started a synagogue in Kansas City. They are just tremendous, and she just had her 6th great-grandchild this week, and his name is Marshall Garry.
So the dancer, the actress, the voiceover, chief administrative officer has really moved a career. As I always said, one must be able to adapt, and you've been able to adapt.
Yes.
And thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you.